Hello, coaches. My name is Trina Gray, and I am the founder of Team Rockstar Fit. I'm so glad that you're here today to hear an incredibly valuable lesson. Let me tell you first and foremost, this business is wide open to you. As much success as you can possibly dream of, it's possible for you. Our communities need fitness coaches. We need you. Just take a look at your local grocery store or visit a local water park, an amusement park, or go to your kid's school or stop by a superstore like Walmart or Target. Look around. People all around us are suffering from poor health, from obesity, from sedentary living. People are suffering from sadness and boredom. They need fitness coaches in their lives to bring them good food, nutrition, fitness, and support. That's why we're here. We want to make your journey as a coach easier, more productive, more efficient. So we've produced some simple tools on the team to help you focus your time. The newest tool that we have for you is called the Rockstar Tracker. Now I'm going to have a chance to share my screen and show you the document, but I also want to talk you through it. To accompany the Rockstar Tracker, I created about a 9-page document, kind of like your cheat sheet for how to build this business, top to bottom, with examples, with sample wording, with tips, really just what it takes to coach top to bottom, inside and out. Now, this business is better off done with a sponsor, with other fellow coaches. Don't try to figure this all out on your own, but I've created a couple of key tools that I think will help you. Now, I've compiled all these ideas from being in the business myself for 9 years. I've coached hundreds and hundreds of coaches across Team Rockstar Fit. We have nearly 200 diamond leaders, many star diamonds, premier elite coaches. These tools work if you put them into action. So I'm going to go through this with you today, one by one. Keep in mind that you have this accompanying document and you have the actual Rockstar Tracker. So let me show you the first one. Here is the Rockstar Tracker. This is a daily to-do list. Now, depending on what your day or your week looks like, maybe you'll get through half the list. Maybe on some days you'll get through the whole list. I don't want you to stress out about getting through everything every day. I know that most of you, when you're first starting, all of us, in fact, are working in little pockets of time. Maybe you're getting in 20 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at your lunch break, and another 15 minutes at night. You can piece together this Rockstar Tracker any way you want, but I did put things in order of importance in the business, so to make sure you get in the vital behaviors at the very beginning. So the first thing on our list is your personal vitals as a coach, meaning getting in your own workout and making your own Shakeology. As fitness coaches, we commit to being a product of the product, which means using Beachbody programs and products. Whether or not you're following a fitness program like the Shift Shop or the 21-Day Fix from top to bottom, or maybe you're just hybriding in workouts where you're doing a yoga retreat here and insanity there. Maybe you like to work out outside, running, biking. Maybe you go to a health club and you're just adding in Beachbody programs and products as they work for you. Find your goal, find the programs that fit you, and use them often. Shakeology every day, workout every day, find the Beachbody products that work for you, and share your progress. This business is built on sharing, right? It makes you so much more comfortable to simply walk the walk yourself and tell other people about it. So personal vital, everyday workout and Shakeology. Next, personal development. Gosh, just like Shakeology is fuel for your body, personal development is fuel for your mind and your soul. I can tell you that this checklist alone cannot make you a successful coach. I wish it could, but I'd be lying to you. You really need the fortitude, the strength, the bravery. You need the internal drive to make this business happen. The best way to do that is through personal development. So you can listen to an audiobook, you can listen to a podcast, or you can read a book. On the last page of the tracker overview, I listed all of our recommended reads. A couple samples in case you're just checking out the video. We usually start people off with The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, but I have been loving Get Over Your Damn Self by Rami Newstead. I might be saying that wrong. Other leaders on our team also really love Failing Forward by John Maxwell, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Recommended podcasts could be Inside Shakeology, learn about the superfood drink. Of course, the Team Beachbody podcast, where they load the National Wake Up Call each week. You can listen to our own Team Rockstar Fit podcast, where we share coach success stories. Other favorites on this team are Your Virtual Upline and MWF Motivation. I personally love Robin Sharma and the Mastery series. So there's some ideas for personal development. I can tell you that coaches who skip it are stuck. If you skip personal development, you will get stuck because you've got to build your interior self. You've got to build up your confidence, your bravery, and your own inner cheerleader to do well in this kind of business. All right. So next on the list is called Add to Your Network and Start Conversations. This is where some coaches really have the most fear, to be honest, because we're putting ourselves out there and meeting new people or reconnecting with people from a different time in our life. Let me tell you, people want help. They want your help. The only way you can help them is if you meet them and start a conversation. So I give you lots of different ways in this overview to start conversations and to meet people, but let me just give you a few highlights. You might just simply start friending friends on Facebook. So looking for people that you have mutual friends with and simply sending a message saying, hey, Rob, I see we've got a lot of mutual friends. We must have some things in common. Do you also like to work out? Right? Something simple like that. You can meet friends by having your challengers in your challenge groups share testimonials about the group and about working with you on their Facebook page. Then you would go to their Facebook page and look at their 16 friends who click like and comment. You can send them a friend request and you might say, hey, Lori, thank you so much for cheering on our mutual friend, Rebecca. I saw that you click like on her recent post about my last challenge group. Yay! She did so great trying out these new 30-minute workouts. Would you want to join us sometime? All right, another example. I remember a friend of my team, Jane, was sharing the other day that she was friending mutual friends and she saw a gentleman on her newsfeed that was training for a race. And she simply reached out and said, hey, Tom, so fun to see that you're training for a race. I've got some performance line products that might make it easier for you. Would you like to connect? Right, so this is just adding new people to your network and starting conversations. Other ways to do that is to go to groups on Facebook. So you might search stay-at-home moms who love to cook healthy. You might search a favorite brand of clothing like Athleta or Lululemon. You might search different topics like garage sailing. You might search for people who love wine, travel, Disney World. You might search for people who love pets or a certain kind of pet, like I've got Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. I bet there's a group out there for that. Maybe you're a triathlete. Maybe you're a personal trainer and you want to connect with other trainers. I can tell you the sky is the limit on the number of groups on Facebook. Go and join some. Have conversations. Read through some of the threads. If you see someone who added something that was interesting to you and you look at their profile picture and it looks like somebody you might be friends with, and I'm not telling you to judge a book by its cover, but look at the picture. Do they look friendly, warm? Do they, or is it a profile picture of their cat, right? Just decide, does this look like somebody you would like to have in your life? Then send them a friend request and simply say, hey, I saw you in the group of moms who love Lululemon. Cool. What are your favorite workout pants these days? And what are your favorite workouts? Just love connecting with other women in fitness. Just a sample there. All right. You can also, of course, just add people to your social media who you meet in everyday life. So a good tip, carry your shaker cup around town. I don't have mine on me right now, but I've got my Beachbody mug. I sometimes carry this to school with me. Wear logo wear. Wear stuff from the 21 Day Fix or Team Rockstar Fit or your coaching team. People will ask you about it. My friend Sarah and I were just traveling together and she had on a shirt that said Team Rockstar Fit. The lady behind the counter checking us in at the Delta counter said, oh, Team Rockstar Fit, that sounds like something I need in my life. And Sarah said, really? Why? And the woman said, oh, I'm heading out on vacation soon. I sure would like to feel better. So Sarah said, well, hey, can I find you on Facebook? I actually share free fitness tips on my Facebook page. Boom, she collected the woman's info and looked her up on Facebook. You've got to be willing to have conversations with people in life and then say, hey, I offer free fitness tips and motivation on my Facebook page, or I run monthly challenge groups that you might love. Could I find you on Facebook? Social media is social. We are in the world of social media. People are used to connecting with strangers and people they've barely met. It's okay. It's a way to converse, to share information, and meet new people. So adding to your network and starting conversations. Now, I didn't put numbers on this tracker of how many of these things to do because it's really up to you about how aggressively or quickly you want to grow. Could you add at least 5 people a day to your network and start a conversation? Could you do that a few days a week? To the more aggressive coach or the coach who has really bigger goals or wants to grow quicker, great, then add 10 people to your network every single day. All right, those are just some examples. I'm going to reference Jane because I talked to her recently about this tracker. And she is a diamond coach on the team, Jane Westrick, and is earning good income. So income disclaimer, Beachbody does not guarantee any success in this business financially. You earn what you hustle. Well, Jane hustles. As a newer diamond on the team, she's running groups every month, hitting Success Club every month, adding to the team every month, and her work shows it. She's gone from $150 a week for her paycheck to nearly $800 a week to her paycheck. Pretty game changing. So I asked her how many people does she add to her network every day, just to give you a gauge of someone who's running a little faster. She says she adds 20 people on Facebook and 10 people on Instagram every day. So that'll give you at least a feel for it. What I can urge you to do is just do something. Can you add 1 to 5 people a day? It's better than 0. All right. No goose eggs on this tracker. So the next one, new invites and follow-ups. So I give lots of examples in this guide about how to invite to challenge groups and how to invite to coaching. On any given day, you might be inviting to a challenge group. Maybe you've got something coming up in a week and you're trying to fill those final spots. Or maybe it's the end of your challenge group and you are starting to invite to coaching. I'll let you decide what seems appropriate for your invites that day, but just make sure you are inviting into your business, either as a new challenger or as a new coach. Work with your sponsor to decide where your comfort level is and what you're ready for. I encourage people to start inviting to coaching right away. You are going to learn the ropes as a coach. You might as well learn the ropes with other people in life. When I became a coach, I started telling people right away, simply because my sponsor encouraged me to. So I went to all my friends, family, neighbors, people in my community who I knew liked fitness. And I simply said, I joined a fitness company to stay in shape myself and to earn some extra income. It sounds like a lot of fun. Would you want to join me? So anyway, invites can start with customers or coaches or a mix of both. I gave you lots of examples in the overview, but let me share some here on the video. So here might be a sample customer invite. Maybe you've noticed a woman on your newsfeed named Allie, and she recently shared some fun summer craft ideas for kids home from school. So you might write to her, hi Allie, I love the post that you shared on summer crafts for kids. I am totally stealing those. So I'm kicking off my month with a fun 5-day clean eating challenge. I'll share some tips that work for me, like prepping meals and drinking more water. We'll also try some superfood shakes for breakfast or lunch. I'd love for you to join us. It'll be a cool group of moms just like us. Sure, it's a small investment, but you are worth it and results feel good. What do you think? There's a sample invite to a coaching or to a customer for a challenge group. Now let me share with you a sample invite to coaching. Now there's so many different ways to do this, I know, but let me just give you one example. Hey Emily, have you ever considered joining me as an online fitness coach? I thought of you because you love running and I know fitness matters to you. You'd be great. You'd meet great friends and earn extra income to pay for your own fitness habits. I love Beachbody coaching because I can work anytime from anywhere and have earned money for family vacations. It's fun and I work for myself, but I get great support from the team. And no worries, girl, you don't have to have a ton of time or any sales experience. We support people in reaching their goals and we'll teach you how. How does that sound? All right, so there's just a sample invite. My little 4-step formula that goes with my invites, I feel like giving coaches this formula works better than giving you a script. Then you can plug in your own words. The formula is, why did you think of this person? So in my example, I thought of Emily because she likes to run and I know fitness matters to her. What's in it for her? I told her that she could meet great friends and earn extra income to pay for her own fitness habit. Number 3, what do I love about coaching that relates to them? I said, I love it because I can work anytime, anywhere, and earn money for vacation. And I said that I get great support from the team. Number 4, help them overcome their objections before they even tell you. So I have a feeling that this person's going to say that she's super busy and she doesn't have any experience in sales. So I'm saying, no worries, girl. You don't need a lot of time and you don't need any experience in sales. We're going to teach you what you need to know. How does that sound? All right. So there's my quick 4-step formula and my invites. Moving right along, follow-ups on this one. You can't ask somebody once and expect them to say, yes, I'm in. I've been waiting for you to ask me. Now, we'd love it if that happened all the time, but it just simply doesn't happen like that, all right? So follow-ups would sound like this. Hey, Megan, I know the last time we spoke, you were traveling a lot for work. I hope you are well. I'd love to pick your brain sometime about how working with me could help you stay on track with fitness on the road and even add some extra income to your family's budget. Are you open to chatting with me this week? That's a follow-up, just letting somebody know that you're still thinking about them. Now, follow-ups don't always have to lead back to coaching. You might simply follow up with somebody and say, hey, Jen, I know last time I spoke to you, you weren't ready for my group, but I simply just want to check in and say, how's your nutrition? I found this fun recipe for a summer salad and thought I'd share it with you. That's it. Continue adding value to people's lives. Be helpful. Be helpful. All right, next up, work your challenge group. Now, depending on what time of the month it is, depends on what you're going to do. So here's some ideas. You might be prepping for your next group. So you could be sending out invitations. You can do personal invites on text. You can voice memo invitations. You can call and give invitations. You can send Facebook Messenger invitations. You can do a post on Facebook or all of the above. You can do an event page on Facebook and invite people. You can run a sneak peek on Facebook and show people what your group's going to look like. So many ways to invite. So you might be inviting, you might be going live on Facebook and telling people why you are so excited about your next group and start to collect those orders. All right, the next phase, maybe you're currently running your group. You've got it set up either in Facebook or the Beachbody Challenge Tracker is what I recommend. And now you're just actually working your group. You're posting daily motivation, you're checking in with your challengers. Again, you can use the private message feature on the Challenge Tracker or on Facebook. You can send them a voice memo. You can just simply show them that you care and that you're going to see them through the challenge. Let's say the challenge is done. Well, maybe it's time to follow up and check in with previous challengers. Maybe you want to start asking people for testimonials or referrals. Maybe you want to check in on your ongoing home direct orders for Shakeology and see, are they liking their flavor? Do they want to change it up? Do they need some new recipes? Maybe you want to just check on people's progress in between your groups if you have gap in between your challenge groups. Of course, you always want to be getting out your calendar and keeping it up to date with your new challenge dates and write in your own deadlines. So about 2 weeks ahead of time, make sure you start promoting. And about a week ahead of time, make sure you're collecting those orders. Next, create and schedule social media. Well, I know this is a whole topic on its own, but I'm including it in the tracker with a little bit of advice here as well. I recommend that you pick 1 or 2 platforms to use. We recommend starting with your personal Facebook page because most likely you already have one, you're already familiar with it, and you already have some friends there. Just start there, all right? You already have an audience. As you progress in the business, you might add a Facebook like page. You might add Snapchat. You might use Instagram. You might have a YouTube account. It really depends on where your gifts are. Do you like photos? Do you like videos? Do you like quick little snippets like Snapchat? Find the tools that fit you. Find the platform that fits you. Some quick social media tips. Who are you talking to on your social media? usually you're talking to somebody like you. So if you're a busy working mom, you might be talking to other busy working moms and offering tips about how you meal prep in a hurry, how you get your kids to eat healthy, how you make 30 minutes for a workout. You might also be talking to a stay-at-home mom who's looking for some adult interaction or quick meal ideas. Maybe you're talking to a busy working dad who just simply wants to get back into shape while juggling family and work commitments. Show him it's possible. All right. A couple of tips on social media. Be consistent. You can't post once a week and think you're going to grow an online business. We own an online virtual fitness business, so we've got to show up online virtually. We recommend 2 to 3 posts a day. Now, if you're just getting started, that might seem like a lot. Start with 1 a day consistently and build up to it. We want you to be noticed. So we recommend going Facebook Live or using any of the live video features across any of the social media platforms. Show people the real you. Just as an example, if you're watching this video right now, you're getting to know me and my personality a little bit. I don't have this all scripted out. I'm just telling you about a document I created. But I bet this will bring it to life more than just the document could. All right? If you're using a picture, use an original picture. Be in it. I know my friend Teresa Schrader taught me this tip, and it's been so helpful to me. If I just take a picture of my mug and say, having my morning Java and reading a book, no one's going to notice that. But if it's a picture of me with my mug and my book, and I say, hey, good morning, Facebook friends. I'm enjoying some morning pomegranate tea, and I just read a great chapter on leading with integrity. Gosh, there's so much to learn in life. I love being a lifelong learner. Who else is reading a fun book out there, right? Be in your pictures, make them personal, and show your own face, all right? Those of you with kids, I love posting about my kids too. I do it frequently. I just don't only show my kids. All right, other tips on social media that you'll hear across this team, really we beat the drum on this, is that we want you to have multiple things to write about and talk about. So we often talk about that your social media is a magazine, and you're the editor of this magazine, and you get to pick the columns. We recommend having between 5 and 6 topics that you regularly write about and talk about, because your life isn't just Beachbody. We don't want you to just become a Beachbody coach. So we want you to talk about things like fitness, nutrition, family, travel, your hobbies, motivation, parenting, goal setting, fashion, sports, pets. Who are you? Maybe it's your faith. Maybe it is something unique about you. Maybe you've adopted a child. Maybe you have a child with a special condition that you want to write about and educate people about. Maybe you have a health issue. Maybe you love organic cooking. Maybe you love vegan eating. Whatever it is, share your 5 or 6 areas of life to let people get to know you. Because at the end of the day, you are your business. Beachbody tools and products and programs are our way of helping people get healthy and fit, but you are the person helping them. They're choosing to work with you, so let them get to know you. All right, these next ones are pretty quick. Check in on your team page. This means checking in on your sponsors page, if he or she has one, or your upline diamond or star diamonds page. So kind of the smaller page that you're a part of. Check in there, read and see what's happening on your team. Lone rangers don't do well in this business, so don't be one. Don't be one. I'm encouraging you to check in, contribute, ask a question, answer a question. If your coach, like I do, offers an accountability check-in. Every Friday on my team, I have my coaches check in on who did they invite, who did they mentor, what was their personal development, and how many people did they add to their network. I want my PS coaches to go in and answer that question. That's my way of getting them to engage with me every week. So check in on your sponsors page and then visit the larger page of Team Rockstar Fit. Now this one's huge and there's thousands of people in there, so don't get lost or kill too much time in there. But go in, scan it, see what's happening on the team. Are there new trainings? Are people going live and sharing great tips? Are there upcoming announcements about products or Beachbody events? Check it out and be in the know. All right. Now, as you grow in the business, you'll end up with your own team page, and then you'll know how to run it like a boss. All right. Next up, check in the coach online office. Why? Just like we want you to check in on your team page, we want you to stay connected to Team Beachbody. We want you to know what's happening there. So you're going to check the breaking news. You're going to check your Success Club points. You're going to check in on your active status, check in on your volume, look for new customer orders, see if any new coaches have been added in your downline. I know some of these things might sound foreign when you're just starting, but you'll get the hang of it if you visit your coach online office. All right. Next up, meet or mentor a coach. What does that mean? Same thing as checking in on your team page. I really just don't want you to do this on your own. So meet other people. Here's my example. While you're doing this Rock the Basics training or Rock the Business training, if you happen to be in the training right now, there's lots of other coaches in here. Notice somebody that you think you have something in common with. Go and send them a friend request and say, hey, I noticed you in our training. You seem really fun. I'd love to get to know you. What do you love about coaching? Or in your own team page of your sponsors, look through and see who the other teammates are. Send somebody a friend request and say, hey, I see that we're both on the same team, whether it's Team Empower, Team Fit and Free, Team Fit and Happy, Team Inspire Fit. There's millions of teams across Team Rockstar Fit. Go meet somebody new. And say, hey, I noticed you. I loved your question. I'd love to get to know you more. I also live in the Midwest, or I'm also in California. What do you love to do? Okay, so that's just meet a coach. As you grow in the business, you'll have an opportunity to mentor a coach. That means that you've brought other people on the team and they have too, and now you start to have a downline. Well, mentoring a coach might be simply checking in on a voice memo, saying, hey, Jen, thinking about you this week. I know it's your third week as a coach and you're digging into our trainings. How are you doing? Mentoring a coach might be saying, hey, let's hop on a one-on-one call or a one-on-one Zoom. Talk about where you're stuck and talk about where you're feeling good. There are many ways to mentor. The only way not to mentor is to sign somebody up and walk away. Don't leave somebody hanging. You brought somebody in this business, help them out. All right? Lastly, on our Rockstar Tracker is give recognition. Many ways to do this. You might be recognizing a challenger. You might be recognizing a fellow coach, either one of your own or simply somebody else on the team. Get in the habit of giving recognition. Beachbody calls this our fourth vital behavior. The reason why it's so important are two reasons. One, you're making somebody else feel good. You're shining a light on somebody for their efforts. And two, you're building credibility of you as a coach. Does that make sense? So number one, you're shining a light on somebody else. You're saying, hey, great job on your first week in the 21-day fix, or awesome job crushing Sean T week. That might be to a challenger or a coach. You might post on Facebook and say, I'm so proud of my fellow coach, Sarah. She just dominated her first challenge group ever and helped 5 people get results. You might recognize a new coach for earning their first Success Club point and getting their first friend or family member on Shakeology. The sky's the limit. You can recognize any way you want. Do it privately, maybe on a text or a voice memo or a message, but also make sure you're doing these things publicly so people who are watching you on social media see that you are actively coaching people and actively helping people get results. So this is the Rock the Business Tracker. It's our brand new tracker. And just so you can see the little supporting document that goes with that, I'll show you the one other document here that I just went through. This is our document, a supporting document that goes through all of the things I mentioned on the Rockstar Tracker, from working your challenge groups to mentoring coaches, and there's a little resources page at the very end. All right. Wow, I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this. Please know that this is your guide to running and owning a business. Whether you get through half of it or all of it every day or a few days a week, start to build up some consistency and you will see your business grow. If you've got questions for me directly, you can find me on Facebook at Trina Gray Fitness. And very soon you'll be able to check out our website, which is teamrockstarfit.com. Thanks for being with me today and enjoy.